Hi everyone, and welcome back to Faith and Flour. If you're new, my name is Robin, and today I'm going to show you how I make our homemade laundry detergent. I did a laundry routine video just a few weeks back, and I asked you guys if you were interested in seeing my recipe, and I got an overwhelming yes from almost all of you. So before I show you the recipe, I just want to start by saying that I've actually had this recipe and used it for a very long time. I used it when my kids were smaller and it did a great job and I loved it. But when we got an HE washing machine, I was concerned that it might not be safe for my new machine. But I've recently done some research and found out that it is perfectly safe for HE washing machines. Not only is it safe for HE washing machines, but it's even more economical because you use much less of it than you do for a top loader machine. So all the ingredients are natural. It's extremely economical. As a matter of fact, all the ingredients for this recipe I bought for under $30, and it should last a family of 4 for up to a year. I also recently modified my old recipe so that our laundry can smell even better than before. So let's get into the recipe and I'll show you how I make it. I bought all of the ingredients at my local grocery store with the exception of the Method fragrance boosters, which I bought at the Grove Collaborative. I also have them in my Amazon store if that is easier for you guys, so find that link in the description box below. You will need 3 bars of Castile soap, and I buy the unscented because I will be adding my own scent later. You will also need a 4-pound box of 20 Mule Team borax, and I know that a lot of people don't feel comfortable using borax, but I have done some research and found that it is natural and perfectly safe, and I feel comfortable using it for my family. The reason for the controversy is that people have equated borax with boric acid, and they are not chemically the same. Borax is a salt that is a component in boric acid. I'll explain more about what I've discovered later in the video. You'll need a 3-pound box of Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda. One 3.5-pound bag of Arm & Hammer Pure Baking Soda. My recent modification to this recipe is adding these Method fragrance boosters. I have been a big fan of Method laundry detergent and fabric softener for quite a while, and my favorite scent is the ginger mango, and so I love being able to add this scent to my own laundry detergent. You will also need a container for storing your laundry detergent, and I prefer to use this clear glass one. You could certainly use plastic. I found this at Target years ago, and this is the scoop that I use. It's actually a 2-tablespoon scoop, but as you'll see, we're only going to use about half of this for an average load in an HE machine. The first step in making the detergent is to grate the bars of soap, and you can certainly do this by hand, but it's a huge time and energy saver if you have a food processor. I just use the grating attachment to grate each bar. I always have a little bit left over of each bar because my food processor wouldn't grate this part. So I put those in the bottom of my food processor bowl along with the chopping blade. Just pulse until they are finely chopped. Then I pour in the Method fragrance boosters and process them until they are very finely chopped as well. The reason why I do this extra step of using my food processor to make sure everything is very finely ground is because I like using the laundry detergent dispenser on my machine, and I want to make sure that nothing would clog it up. Once they are very finely ground, you can pour them right into your container or jar. So next I will add a little bit of the baking soda into my food processor so that I can process the soap flakes even further until they are very finely chopped. And adding the baking soda just keeps them a powdery consistency and won't allow them to stick to the sides or to the blade. As you can see, this project is a little bit messy, but I don't mind. I only need to do it once a year because this should last our family for about a year, and the savings really do make it worthwhile. And this detergent works as well as any other product I've ever tried. It keeps our whites white and it keeps our colors from fading. And with the addition of the Method fragrance boosters, our laundry smells wonderful. This recipe makes a really big batch, so it usually takes me 2 times filling my food processor bowl in order to process all of the soap flakes. Then you can add the remaining baking soda, the washing soda, and the borax to your jar. If these ingredients are at all clumpy, you might want to process them in your food processor as well, and this just keeps everything super fine. And like I said, the reason why I like to do that is because I like to use the soap dispenser on my washing machine, and this way nothing gets clogged up. There are a couple ways that you could mix it. You can, if you would like a little bit of a workout, put it in your jar or your plastic container and gently mix it back and forth. This takes a little bit of time, and actually my favorite method is to pour it into a big Ziploc bag. I find this to be the easiest way to make sure that it is thoroughly mixed together, and also if there are any clumps in there, it's much easier to break them up this way. And when you're sure that all of the ingredients are thoroughly combined, you can pour them into your storage container and you are ready to go. If you are at all concerned about using borax, then I suggest you check out the wellnessmama.com website. She does a great job of explaining why borax is perfectly safe, and I am totally convinced that it's fine, so I will refer you guys there if you would like to do any further research. Borax can be irritating to the skin and the eyes, and you would not want to ingest it in high quantities. The same could be said for other natural cleaners such as vinegar. Therefore, use caution and keep it out of reach of small children, and if you are concerned, do your research. If you have a high efficiency or HE washing machine, you will only need 1 tablespoon of the detergent per load. If you have a top-loading machine, you can use up to 2 heaping tablespoons. We live in Texas and generally our climate is pretty dry, so to avoid static, I will use Method fabric softener or wool dryer balls in the dryer. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I hope you also will give this recipe a try. My family loves it. It's doing a great job on our laundry and everything smells wonderful. As a matter of fact, our son Kyle, when he was just home for college, commented how much he liked the smell of his laundry, and so I sent him back to college with a small bag that will probably last him well through the semester. Thanks for watching today. If you're new, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so make sure that when you subscribe, you hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video and you won't miss out on anything. Have a great week, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.